We will have to see this at some point.
I will bring my Switch to con. Maybe there will be a thing.
Hmm.
The boat tipped, and you have been falling from the destroyer, if I recall correctly. Darkness, darkness, and more. You're not sure how long you've been falling, but you have.
Is it long enough for us to like be annoyed with the fact that we've been falling for a long time?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
However, now once the point of annoyance has been reached, it it feels as if your descent is slowing, though there are no visible signs of, for instance, like there are no stars streaking past you. It just feels like your descent is slowing, very similar to those that have experienced the Featherfall spell. The sensation is quite similar to that. Suddenly, details spring. It the darkness has texture now. Then you then you notice that what is now a speedy though gentle uh, drift has brought forth your eyes a golden light from below, coming nearer and nearer, dropping dropping towards a distant star. The light shifts around you.
Again for Matt and Sierra, yes. Hold on one sec, guys.
Oh, the falling.
I'm just gonna wait for him to come back.
I'm falling into a dream, a snake eater. Snake eater.
Well, since we are in a little bit of a wait, Tristy, you have something that you use for the music as a placeholder?
I don't think I have a generic playlist, no. I obviously can't look right now.
Yeah. There we go. I wonder how long of a delay this is going to be.
Long enough.
Testing 1 2 4.
And he's back.
Oh, Skype went through the car. Oh, thank God. Alrighty.
With the light now, now surrounding you. It unveils that there is a very dim lit shaft that the group of you are falling through. The sides of the shaft barely noticeable with the amount of illumination thereabouts. So far, your descent is continuing in its speedy but gentle state. Clearly now an environment around you, instead of the bleak oblivion of nothingness that was before.
Is there water?
Not that you can see in the dim light. You can tell just from the occasional splotches of light that there is now a shaft surrounding you, that you are falling down.
Oh. Normally, there's a shaft inside of me, but
I don't think you
surrounding
have
me
a
is cool
shaft
too.
inside of you, because it's really large and very hard.
Sounds like a challenge.
Is there anything that you or others would like to do during your descent? It is clear by the environment around you that that you are still definitely falling with some velocity, and the destination appears down below in the form of a source of light that's gradually getting brighter.
Is it fast enough? We're worried about injury.
No, because while it is fast, it feels gentle.
Okay.
What is the texture of the shaft?
Are you going to reach out to try to touch it?
No, like I'm trying to. Like, is it like brick? Or like. You said it was textured.
But there's also
like,
very
visibly.
dim light here. From what you're able to catch, it looks like packed earth, maybe some form of stone. Again, there's lots of dim lighting going on here.
Well, he has dark vision.
Your dark vision is largely blotchy still, similar to the world you were previously on, where your dark vision was being hampered in some form. But it does give you enough clarity above others who wouldn't to get the detail that it's more like packed earth.
Okay, and we're falling towards a source of light?
Towards a source of light, yes.
And how big around is this
It's enough
shaft?
to encompass the entire group, and if you were to completely stretch your arm out, you'd have to switch. You'd have to kind of maneuver over a little bit to actually grasp at the walls. The boat, looking above and around, you do not see the jammer, the star jammer at all. The boat.
Oh, okay.
As you recall, you had fallen away from it at the end of last session.
I remember the boat got sucked into the Pyrrol right before you guys did.
Oh, that's right. Guys, that could be fire underneath us. We could be in some form of an earthen chimney.
I'm going to cast
On a planetary scale?
cantrips and get a little bit more light around here while we're falling. That gives me, in theory, gives me a 10-foot bright, 10-foot dim.
When you cast your project flame, you see the flame begin to conjure in your hand before it unravels. you expend the mana.
It's a cantrip.
Cat.
Oh, you don't expend the mana, but the conjure is not stable, and it instantly unravels.
Well, this is hypothetically from the beam, so no real surprise there. But that's good to know.
Or there's not enough oxygen for fire.
I don't think that's the case. This is from the conduit itself, so maybe it's actually taking the magic itself still. That's the best.
There's one way to find out. Hi, Eldritch Blast Greg. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. If you like,
Hear you.
Is anyone going to be attempting anything else at this moment? Okay.
Negative.
I want to touch the wall, the shaft. I want to touch.
I'm gonna hang on to my red panda and brace for impact.
What?
Okay. Okay, so he wants to touch the shaft.
You know what?
Greg, do you and Rook wish to do anything?
Rook was on the jammer.
Did Rook not fall off?
Rook fell off.
Okay, I thought Rook fell off. Yeah, Rook's falling with you.
Remember, Arkin was on the jammer too. We both fell off.
Okay, fair. Rook will just prep for whatever comes. He can't really do anything.
Gain a level of useful.
It can't really do anything. No, I went with Paladin instead of Mechanist.
Okay.
But for me, we still technically haven't rested, so I can't cast a spell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. I was like, I would use my well, I guess I technically have it as a spell, don't I? Spell.
You mean a ritual?
No. I was thinking of using my, like, whenever I go to land, like right before I hit the ground, using my phase
That's not
step.
actually a
But I've
spell,
got
though.
the equivalent.
The phase step is.
No. But there's another movement power that I have. I can't remember what it's called right now because I'm not staring at my character sheet. But there's a spell
There's also your phase step,
on my
and
spell
your phase
list.
step doesn't require mana. Your phase step just works.
Yeah, you know what? As we're falling, I'm just going to try to look at this thing and be like, okay, what are we dealing with? Knowledge Arcana, I guess? In place of trying to actually identify it, because I'm a dumbass.
The Arcana for what? For where you are, or for the cantrip apparently not working?
Oh, well, it isn't a can.
Had headphones on? No. I've never picked up the zone out like that.
No, I think it would be to figure out how exactly. Well, trying to figure out where. Well, no. Shit, I'm sorry. I thought I had this too.
Well, as you are thinking, the light below is getting closer. Alanir will speak up. Arthur, are you trying to do something there?
Just make some light.
No. He'll reach to a loop on his backpack. Does no one have a torch? As he undoes a torch while you guys are falling. This might go out though.
Alrighty, guys, I'll be right
torches,
back.
I just don't
I'm
normally go
going
that
to
route.
move it back into the room.
Is that what magic people do? You don't think about? Okay.
Well, I mean, I have a torch. I just only need to light it, but I can create fire in my hand and use it as a torch.
That's a good point.
There we go.
Here we go again with this sane story. Why don't you
I'm
have
not trying to carry these heat, but
well, I usually have torches. It's just I can turn on flame myself. But why wouldn't you? I'm sorry.
He'll,
Just fine to
he'll
hear it again.
awkwardly ignite the torch, the flame wildly flickering, because while it's still swift and gentle, there's still now an indication of physics going on here. Excuse me. As for Raven, as he was reaching for the wall, I believe he said he was stepping away for a second.
Yep.
Okay. I will hold a retroactive thing for him then. The flame seems to give a better illumination than the magic in this case. Everyone will then notice that along the shaft, there are what can really only be described as kind of these miniature, like like a little larger than your fist, sized cubbies that line the shaft, equally spaced out as if it was a part of a design. You are catching from what glints of the torchlight will allow, that these cubbies do have items. I phrase them as items, more accurately objects, as you're seeing like silhouettes of things as you're continuing to fall. Like there are some long objects. There are some tinkered sized objects. Some stuff that have the silhouette of vials. Something kind of like maybe a twig or a sheet here and there. All the size like slightly larger than your balled up fist would be in terms of dimensions here. So these aren't things you could walk into, but like your arm could fit.
I would like to blink my panda over to one.
Okay. When you say blink, I assume you mean like a quick port.
The familiar thing where you can teleport the familiar up to a certain range.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you wanting it to like try to reach,
well,
or
stick its head in the hole first, see what's in there, and then pull it out and hold it up so we can see it? Yeah.
Okay. If your familiar is wanting to stay there, there is still a downward force, so I'll need a strength roll to see how long, a strength saving roll to see how long it can actually maintain its position.
It's a tiny creature. Could it kind of like fit in the hole?
It's tiny. What's the pronunciation? Rona?
Rona, yeah.
Rona. Rona could, though Rona does have a constantly downward force being exerted.
Okay. She also has a climb speed. I don't know if that would affect this for her ability to hang on.
I'd give an advantage.
And you said strength save?
Strength save.
This is gonna suck. Okay. -4, so 14.
Wow. Okay. She's able to hang on for about 40 seconds. Can I get a D12 roll, please?
That's got 12.
You said Rona will like try to grab whatever's in
It's
there.
yeah, it's like stick her head in, kind of paw grab and.
Okay. She grabs out. Well, a little audacious in terms of color and design. It appears to be like a set of clothing size for like a miniature like doll.
Okay. She's going to use her climb speed to go with the force and kind of skitter down to the next hole.
Okay. Are you wanting to kind of reach in as she
passes it? She's basically going to be trying to, using her climb speed to stay on the wall and keep, coming down with us and just kind of, going into holes and, either dropping or pulling out and then I'll decide whether she drops or not.
Okay.
Via telepathic communication, because familiars can do that.
Okay.
Or dropping the clothing, because, we don't need G.I. Joe pants.
Right.
But
we don't dropping know what... Dropping the clothing?
G.I. Joe!
Like doll clothing. It's like, he's not going to have a reason to hang on to that, so it's like, yeah, she can drop that and skitter down to the next hole. It's...
Okay. Is anyone else wanting to do anything? I get kind of the scheme that he's wanting.
Yeah.
Did we land?
Not yet. He was waiting for you to get back.
I need a D100 roll from you because you're just kind of palming the side there, prior to the torch being lit.
Where's my dice? Let's try the new D100. 84. 84.
Okay. You touch the side. It feels like earth. Like if you were to dig a hole, hop down in the hole, and touch, it feels like that.
I think we're falling in a hole, guys.
When Eleanor lit the torch, it revealed that there were small cubbies, as if in design, lining the shaft. These cubbies are not people-sized. They're large enough to like allow a arm to like be stuck in them, and you do get glimpses of silhouettes of objects that are in these cubbies as you descend.
Alrighty.
When you say these silhouettes, do you mean like carvings?
They're silhouettes just due to the lighting level. When Rona pulled something out from one, it looked like audacious clothing for something the size of a doll, as a for instance. But Rona since dropped it, so it's now descending with you guys.
All of us would take a look at the clothes and see if he recognizes as like a culture or anything like that.
You can make me a history roll.
Okay.
How big is the trash panda?
You mean Sarah's character?
Yeah.
She's a small creature, so 3 to 4 feet tall.
Are these clothes small enough to fit on her?
No, she's larger than the clothes.
Okay. Just
curious. She's a tanuki.
Slash panda
I guess in
tanuki
terms of
different.
sizes, I believe this would classify as tiny. Well, she is small, so she is still technically larger than the. It was history 12.
Not my best roll, but yeah.
Well, the design is a bit off for this. It looks very similar to the audacious stylings of Atash Nero. The stitching isn't right for it though, but the audacious coloring is.
When you say Atash Nero, what do you mean by that?
Of said clothing. But the the stitching is off, so it's more reading to like someone trying to mimic the style, because again the stitching styling is off. It's not using a zigzag stitch, or where there is a zigzag stitch, it's not seamed in the way of Nero's style.
Great, we did in Space Korea.
Nothing particularly cultish about it either.
Small people, knockoff clothes, Space Korea.
Getting brighter as you descend further, since Riona is doing a thing. Can Riona roll another d12? 6. She holds out a tiny tiny, again, like tiny doll-sized, looks like cuffs or bracers of some kind.
Okay.
It's a pair.
Yeah, you'll bamf her back to him so we can.
Does held objects come with the bamf?
As I have an item that allows her to take objects into her pocket dimension, yes.
Okay.
So I will bamf her back to me, take those to examine when we land, and put her right back so we can maybe get another round of that in.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm enjoying this quesadilla.
So the Atashne Row person, is this a particular designer or something?
I just was wondering about the name.
I'm like, you said that like it was matter of factly. That's only
is a designer that you're aware of, and this clothing looks very reminiscent of Atashne Row's design. It's not identical though, which is why I kind of described it as perhaps a knockoff.
It's just I'm like trying to figure out how, like, what are they known for? Like, okay, actually, let me rephrase this. How do I know of this brand? Is this a fantasy character? Who is this? That's just more or less.
It was advertised in Tokyo. Atashne Row generally does clothing for things like clowns and gestures.
Okay, that helps.
Okay, that helps. Because I'm just like.
That sounded like a culture.
That sounded like a culture. I'm like, what? So clowns are gestures.
Are you just kind of looking at this as you're continuing to descend?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it and kind of thinking about other stuff. Yeah, that's all I can really think of. I can't think of too much to do.
How about you, Raven? And Brian, was it Vixen? Am I Vicini. Test.
Alright. Give me a moment. I will be able to let you know, because I'm gonna need to be caught up a little bit.
How about you, Raven?
Honestly, at this point, Raven is like probably trying to get into meditation.
While falling.
Yep. I mean, if we've been falling long enough that we don't know when we're going to be landing.
Okay. For Riona, 2 more d12 rolls.
Eight and another 12.
Okay. Riona grabs one of the twig-like silhouettes. When she holds it out, it is actually a short-crafted, from your distance, perhaps rod, maybe maybe wand with how it tapers. There is some design on it, like in terms of things like, encrusted with some gems, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When she scurries down again, turns down for another thing. Said
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm guessing another set of clothing, considering that's what I rolled last time I got clothing.
It is another set of clothing. Less audacious. It is a again, this is like doll size. So was the twig, by the way. Its coloring is red with a more like Western aristocratic design. Looks like it'll be it looks like it also has a coat with it, so it has the option of being slightly warm. Red top, stark white pants with like Corellian red blood stripes along the side. Looks like it's been starched.
Okay.
Your and Rihanna's descent starts drastically accelerating, which you can only tell by how the cubbies and the shafts are now moving in a blur. You don't feel any more actual force exerted on you, so you're only able to tell your velocity by visual indications.
Does it seem to be getting to the point where we have to worry about fall damage, or?
From what you're seeing, it would indicate that, but from the force you're feeling, no.
Okay.
Did the rest of us notice that he's falling faster?
His rate of descent has drastically increased.
Arcan? You okay?
Arcan?
I mean,
You
I've got a
okay?
featherfall if I need it, but I don't know what I did to piss it off.
Probably kept sticking your hands in the having your panda stick his hands where it don't belong.
Actually, while I have the armor clothing, have I accelerated a little bit?
You don't feel like you've been accelerating at all. It's not any more anyway than what your current fall velocity is.
So you have a bracer and a staff.
Well, I have action figure bracers and a stick right now.
If Ren was actually with you, you'll be able to identify the stick's tapering as being a wand versus a rod.
Yeah, if we're starting to fall faster, I'll call her back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got an action figure wand and some action figure bracers. I don't have detect magic. I don't know if you do. That we could check that when we land, but.
I do, but I would have to do a ritual on it. But I'm curious of a theory. Is there any way you can get it to me? The stick.
How would you attempt
without losing it?
Guess I could try air swimming.
You're gonna try air swimming upwards?
Actually, you know what?
And
I'm gonna blow a mist point, a shroud point, to use my Mistwalker feature to just.
Okay. It allows you to teleport as per teleport.
It allows me to move as per Misty Step up, up to 30 feet.
Okay.
But it's not actually a spell, it's a class feature.
Yeah. Okay. You will feel a massive amount of resistance as you shift, but you As you can see what this says, give me a caster check, whatever your spell casting thing is.
Ooh.
having to cast for a non-caster feature. All right.
It's the closest thing I could think of for the role. Okay, you're able to push through and appear within arm's reach of Ohos. Though you instantly start your more rapid falling again unless you're somehow arresting your fall.
Well, at that point, I can at least hold on to him, so worst case, he comes with me, because he wanted me to be closer.
If you are holding on to Ohos, Ohos's velocity would start matching yours. Mm-hmm. You'd essentially be acting as a cement block, pulling him down.
Are we actively trying to stop falling?
I'm gonna be not necessarily. There's nothing that we're trying to stop it.
We're trying
because most of us are. Most of us are tapped out anyway. But I'm going with a theory on something. So, holding my hand out for the stick.
Okay. You now possess really tiny stick designed like a wand.
All right.
I guess, David, what I would try to do if everybody else is trying to, stop or, trying to grab onto the wall or something, I'll see if I can slam my axe into the wall to kind of, grind myself to a stop.
Okay. Can I get a strength save then, please? As you go... Actually, not strength save, a strength check. But yes, you said you grab the tiny wand twig.
Pardon?
You said you grab the tiny wand twig.
Pardon?
Yes, and I tell. And I ask how I can, slowly let go.
I will slowly let go.
Going with a theory here. Does my fall accelerate at all, or does his change?
Your rate of descent mildly accelerates. Arkan, yours slightly decelerates, though you are moving comparatively faster than Ohos.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a stick of fall faster.
Not necessarily. How many items do you have from the walls?
I have the stick and the bracers.
He's air cross.
I thought you had a third item.
The stick.
I rolled stick, bracers, and 2 sets of clothes.
Right. 1 set of clothes you let go, and Ohos has.
I'm sorry. I would have tossed the other one too.
Oh, okay. In which case, then your rate of descent would then be matching his, because it sounds like you have 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it has to do. So my guess it has to do with something about the items from these hovels. Though how that corresponds, I don't know.
You as a group are now much closer to the light. You would expect to enter the light in 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
In what? Okay.
I will let people have the option of 2 actions that they can perform if they so choose, before being enveloped in the light.
I've basically got no spells, so the worst I'm set up to is my equipment, and I don't know if I want to do that. Because in the end, it's more or less the light.
I want to hold a Misty Step so that I can land on solid ground right before
Well, as I had
smacking the ground.
mentioned, while you have
If I fast.
visible signs of your fall accelerating, it doesn't feel like any more force is being applied to you. I just want to reiterate that.
I'm doing it as a safety protocol. Just in case we're heading into a
Okay.
pit of fire or something.
Brian, is there anything that you're wanting Vicini to do? Outside? Oh, I don't have that roll yet for arresting your.
What I'm wanting,
I don't have that roll yet for trying to arrest your fall.
Yeah. I'm about to say what I'm wanting her to do versus what my sheet is actually pulling up are two different
not make a
things.
check?
I can't. I'm about to say my sheet's not pulling up, so I don't know what it is. I think it's 1d20 plus 3.
I'll roll it for you. Okay.
So I'm just pulling up a.
Yeah, it says 10.
To 8.
You attempt to dig your
Okay.
axe in, but all you do is just barely disturb the packed earth as your blade is just gliding along the side. Because that was an action from earlier, you have 2 actions remaining.
See. Alright. If I remember correctly, I have rope. How far? I'll say. If I remember correctly, I have rope. So,
yes.
Is everyone else falling?
Yeah.
Everybody's falling.
We're all trying to stop, correct?
We really haven't been.
That's debatable. I mean,
Uh,
no.
Are we just? Is the group idea to fall into the light?
I kind of guess. I haven't been fighting it, and we kind of just been slowly getting there.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, because that's what I'm sorry. That's what I meant to ask. I was like, are we actually like trying to not fall, or are we just like? Because if we're just letting ourselves fall, there's no point in me even like doing this. Like if I see nobody else actually if I see no one else actually attempting to stop this fall, then I'm just gonna keep on falling.
Plus, there's not many places to exactly go.
Silhouetted objects begin zooming by you as you continue to allow yourself to fall.
I'm going to use my action to to try and tie the rope that I have around both of my axes and hold on to both of them as we fire. As we continue falling. Basically trying to, if possible, make a grappling hook.
Are you utilizing this makeshift grappling hook, or are you just prepping it?
I'm just prepping it for in case we fall out of this, in case we land in this, we go through this white light and we're like falling and we continue falling and we're about to hit the ground, then that way, the idea is to prep to see if there's possible to use it to grapple hook onto something nearby. If there is anything nearby, and use the other axe to try and sling it out towards friends for people to try and catch.
The light envelops everyone as you descend into it. The white-yellow light suddenly unveils a room as everyone gently touches to the ground. you should have a map change.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
As you look around, you note that you're in a strange chamber, some 60 feet wide and 120 foot long. You can see its size easily due to the polished wall panels reflecting light of dozens and dozens of candles set in sconces along the length and width of this area. The fall, admittedly confusing by its physics-defying nature, has left you unscathed. There we go. Has left you unscathed, though you are in the southern portion of this room, as far as you can tell. The walls are paneled, and now that you're actually set foot and you're not moving, you can tell that not only are the candles providing light, but the paneling is some form of luminescent wood. It's a reddish material that looks incredibly maintained and polished to a lustrous finish. That you can tell the glow is coming from it actually reflecting the flame from the candles. 5 doors made from the same wood. And I need to make sure I have you on the right portion here. Of the sorry. 5 doors made of the same wood are on either side of the hall. A great pair of double doors of the same material are at its far end. Just a few feet from your vantage point, which now that you're stable, you can tell is on a rubbish pile of sorts. You notice a small, finely crafted table. Upon its crystalline top rests a metal object. You can see it glinting. Possibly from this distance, you can tell it's possibly a flagon of some sort, and a salver plate next to it with a unleavened loaf of what appears to be some form of bread from this distance, set atop it. Nothing else is visible from that direction, save for a small portal. When I say portal, I mean mystic portal. I mean like a really small doorway. The doorway looks, from this distance anyway, decorative, or maybe designed for a super short halfling. As for those that are good at judging distances, you can determine that it's a looks like 1 inch tall doorway, perhaps about half as much of width. It's the door is enclosed with metal bindings. The ceiling overhead of you is arched and beamed with rafters. Foot tall doorway, and half foot. Some 15. The archway and ceiling is some 15 feet above, with the curvature allowing for an additional 10 feet above that.
Certainly a peculiar area.
Well, at least we're not squished. What do you do? At this point, everyone's still facing kind of the same direction, hence the description.
And we're standing in front of an itty bitty door.
On the southern portion of this map, so you're roughly 100 feet away from it.
I believe Ohas will scan those objects.
Yes, I shall.
Since we have the time, you might just jump straight to identify.
Thankfully I could still do rituals for that.
Nope.
Oh, are we back at full
stuff now? Any kind of rest or anything, nor has there been any effect imparted on you to heal or rejuvenate.
Okay.
If we want to do that, now is the time to say so, though.
You do not, at least at a glance, identify any threats. Though right now, again, you're facing roughly the same direction.
So we're kind of just. Alright, so we're kind of just in. We're kind of just in the abyss.
Versus the abyss. It's a 60 foot wide, 120 foot long room. Due to your positioning, you're at about the 100 foot marker on the southern side. The polished wooden panelings are amplifying the candle light in this room to a large extent.
Considering we just took a decent ass kicking, do people want to rest, or?
Considering that I heavily tapped out of magic, yes, I imagine we're all actually a little tapped, so the rest is probably good.
Does anyone have any hit dice to do a short?
I do.
I could do a little bit more, but I got well healed after all that. I don't think anyone's really hurting per se, it's more of mana.
I'm at a third of my hit points, but technically that's enough for me to make it.
Well, even if we did a small song of rest, short rest, I can sing a tale and allow us to heal a little better. Song of rest.
Actually, mana back. And if we,
if everybody else recovered health,
we can spend hit dice to get mana back, but we may need those hit dice later. So this may be a good opportunity for a long.
After the day we had, hopefully
I'm at a third. I'm at one third of my health, so I'm kind of.
I agree with Arkin. This is the most, at this moment, defensible position.
Right now, because I have assumed no one has moved from the landing positions they've been in.
Only enough to hand, Ohas the items.
Vicini would look around, probably scout forward with her axes to kind of make sure, at least the first 50. You said 100. You said 100 feet.
The room is actually larger than that, but from where you landed, you're 100 feet away from where
Vicini will try to scout out. Alright. Vicini will try to scout out the first 50 feet to make sure that nothing is strange about this room.
and then kind of affix your vision forward. You will then find the entire room is not what it had first appeared. You immediately notice that you're now in an immense hall, twice as large as the initial dimensions that you perceived. No longer on a rubbish heap, no table existing any longer. And at the far end of the place, you see 4 large doors, very similar to the large door that your periphery noticed in the room you are or were in. However, between you and these exits is a pool of water. This pool of water is a brackish water that reaches from wall to wall, and it covers about 100 foot of the length of this same new place that you were in. Strange creatures you can see are in the water, swimming about, though they are about roughly 50 feet away and difficult to see any kind of detail with the bracket, with the brackishness.
Dangers in the water. Dangers in the water.
From what were you guys doing while this scout was in progress? Was anyone going with her, or was she going to be a lone scout?
I don't think we were scouting at all.
She told me that she was
were scouting at all.
Vicini went to go make sure.
Vicini went to go make sure that this looked like it was safe,
will
but
keep pace
Vicini
with
was
Vicini
like,
since
I'm
he's
gonna
backed
go
off.
check like the first
Okay.
50.
As you affix your vision forward and follow. From the rest of y'all's perspectives, it appears that they get distant rather quickly. Kind of like someone has jump cut their distance. It doesn't seem to be entirely in line with the dimensions of the room in terms of that. For instance, their 20 feet seems to be different from 20 feet.
What the hell?
I actually moved the rope.
All Haas is definitely making a mental note of that. I'm
Right,
like,
people
the
don't-
hell?
Eleanor is looking. Well, should I throw something at it? Can't really attack air or space.
I have a feeling it's just the area. I have a feeling it's just the area. In the meantime, though, while they set up, I will go ahead and see if I can identify this stuff. Maybe we can get a better idea of what's going on. So I will ritual cast
You're
identify.
identifying the bracers and the wand.
Mm-hmm.
Cools.
Yes.
Okay. While you're doing that,
And the clothes while I'm at it, just cause. Cause why not? Starting with the... and the clothes later, but the bracers and the wand first, yes.
Time. Give me. Okay, cool.
I shave off 1 minute.
While you're doing that, is Raven available? Because I want to see what Raven is doing. Is Raven sticking with you?
Oh shit! I've been muted this entire time. Oh shit! I've been muted this entire time.
Well, I was not ignoring you. I was not aware you were saying anything. Yeah.
No, I was like, what the hell, guys? Yeah, Raven was like probably had his back turned because he was probably looking behind us, since he keeps saying we were fixed going forward.
Good call. Good call.
And then after seeing Vicini and Arkin jump forward like that, he would have been like, at least there's not water, and then gone sort of after them.
That's what I thought too. I was just making sure Vicini wasn't going off by herself.
I'm about to say the goal was to go forward, check out. I'm about to say the goal was to go forward, check out like a little bit farther ahead,
Actually,
and then be like, okay, we are safe, and then go back.
I'm not following them specifically. I'm trying to go to the table because I want to get a closer look at what's on the table.
As I say, the goal wasn't to we're gonna press on. The goal was, yeah, this looks safe, but let's make sure it's actually safe.
Completely fair.
Yeah. Yes.
But you said you were facing backwards initially. Okay.
What? Why does that matter?
What? Why does it matter?
Why does that matter?
I don't know.
How dare you? On 5 minutes for some weird shit isn't happening. Please, gods, fate, whoever's in charge. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes when something bonkers is not happening to us, please. I beg you.
The table, and you see that there are let me just confirm here a thing.
All the food's right there.
You'll do what?
All the food's right there. Sorry, I was talking to Sierra.
There's runic writing on these what looks like glossy index cards in front of the flagon and the unleavened loaf. What languages do you know?
Has it been over 24 hours since the last mission?
Nope.
Has it been over 24 hours since the last mission?
No,
it has
talking
not.
about a long rest, and everybody just kind of started wandering off.
No, I mean, we're still in the room.
Yes, though you have
from what I can tell, anyway.
To have passed the scout's position somehow.
Once we reach where we were trying to go, I was planning on going back.
Basically, you were kind of like
I
focused
think
on your scouting. You moved, and now you are seeing this other area, though you do not recall shifting to go through any kind of portal or door. While you're looking at your languages, I will in fact deal with you guys. What Lucinian Arc, again, as I mentioned, there is now, some brackish water here. Oh, my scaling is off. Does it save shit? No. There's some, brackish water here, several feet, like several tens of feet away. Things appear to be swimming in them, but between your distance and the brackishness, you can't quite tell what.
Yeah, I recommend we deal with that later.
Gonna turn around?
Yep.
Okay.
God damn it, Vicini!
That just means we have to camp here.
On the edge.
It just means we have to camp here.
Who knows what's swimming in it and no backup.
Can they come with us?
Can we hear them?
Can they come with us?
Can we hear them?
From your current positions, you hear that they are speaking, but it's too distant to make out.
Let's see. Vassini's gonna be like, wait. If it's like Vassini's gonna be like, wait. If it's like everything else that we've run across, maybe if we believe the wall away, it'll go away. I roll to believe.
That is the most logical thing I've heard so far. It's like, yeah, well, could be a mental map thing. I don't know.
So
I roll to believe, David.
Will yourself
back into the previous room.
Okay.
I wish to believe. I wish to believe. I wish to believe.
Roll will.
I do believe. I do believe.
Give me one moment to roll believe. And give me one moment to roll believe.
No, don't you dare say that particular name. I will take away all healing, you bitch.
While he's rolling, I have a question.
Yes.
This is, I guess, a Tristan question. With regard to how this game works. With my class, if I spent an ability score point to do a figment change, would I be able to basically reset an active figment?
I do not have the figment feature in front of me. Doesn't it tell you how what you need to do to change figments?
Yeah, I spend an ability score point, but I'm asking. Yeah, I spend an ability score point, but I'm asking if, like, say one of my figments allowed me to just pick a random language to know. Would I be able to spend an ability score point to reset that figment and get another language?
To my understanding for how your class works, probably.
Okay, then I would like to roll an identify check. Okay, then I would like to roll an identify check to figure out what type of language
this is. There's an identify check?
An identify check.
I'll let you make a investigation.
An identify check, you know what I mean.
Linguistics?
Investigation. Sure, that
deducing
works.
Things. Speaking of rolls, Vicini, how's that will going?
It is going as well as roll 20 is. It is going as well as roll 20 is allowing it to load up. Chat. Chat. Yeah, no. Come on, I have internet. Come on, I have internet. Why isn't the app working?
Because it hates us.
20, 22. Alrighty. Not 20, 22.
Wow.
It's good to have my lucky dice back.
Vicini. Vicini. I'm clicking on you. Why aren't you loading? It's always kind of irks me because Amelia's sheet will load up on my on Roll20, but Vicini's won't.
That is weird.
Guess her boobs are too big to load up. I don't know. Fuck. Guess her boobs are too big to load up. I don't know. Fuck. There we go. Snacks.
Okay.
Power.
All right.
Snake.
Character sheet. Character sheet. Please. Load. Load.
Snake, a snake.
It's not that difficult. It's called a character sheet. I keep pressing you. You're not working. I just want to see what you are so that I can roll you.
When you focus on it,
Let me see your power.
to try to discern what it is, you find that you are able to comprehend it.
Oh, well, then I don't need to waste the. Good thing I checked it before wasting a point.
Though before I answer exactly what it is, I'm waiting for a resolution for that will roll earlier.
God damn it.
Let me roll it for you.
God damn it. Okay, David, could you tell me what it is so I can just type it into chat and just roll it, because Roll20 refuses to load that up. I believe it's 1d20 plus 3, maybe. Fuck it. Alright.
Yeah, none of the dice are that good.
I'm gonna double check permissions. They should not have changed. Yep, you got permission. So it's just being weird for you.
Figures.
Okay, that. Don't you have some barbarian thing that gives you advantage?
If this was a save,
Yes.
if this was a save, yes. I'm about to say, I think depends. Is this a save?
Nature of what this is, I will let you roll with advantage. Since you said it was a save, it would do it.
Okay. Somehow I will roll less.
With that attitude, you will. You gotta believe in your dice.
With that attitude, you will. You gotta believe in your dice.
He's rolling Roll20 dice.
Never mind. No amount of belief will help that.
Fast forward, you close your eyes, you turn around.
Wait. Hold up. I forgot. I'm going to. Oh, wait. Hold up. I forgot. I'm going to use Supernatural. I'm going to add a D6 to it. I think I use
Oh, Dux. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Close your eyes. Turn back around for the wall is, and are you like moving towards the wall, or are you just kind of like okay? You move towards it.
Yes. Moving towards the wall as if everything is back to normal and that there is no wall blocking us.
Everything is awesome.
When you open your eyes, you find yourself much closer to the table. About 10, I'm going to say 15 feet away from, let me rescale this again. 15 feet away from, Raven. From your perspective, Ark, she, closed her eyes, made sure she was facing the wall, went towards the wall, and, was somehow gaining distance, going outside of your sight range, but never actually bumped into the wall prior to leaving your line of sight.
Well, I'll be damned. Okay, was that intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom.
You have to believe.
For once, the barbarian's the smartest person in the room. Had to happen once.
From y'all's perspective,
It looks terrible if he can't do it.
They can just continue moving down the hall before a slight jump cut to be where their intended distances were.
We just got blaxploitation jump cutting it over.
We just got blaxploitation jump cutting it over here.
You know, I look to Almar and say,
Put a boom mic in the shot too.
I feel like I'm watching one of those. What do those people call it? Video games? Something about a lag or something like that.
Hey, wait. Tristan, you want to know the easiest way to get to come near me? All you have to do is walk behind someone. Walk behind someone and you'll disappear.
I'm just thinking those hall of mirrors, and I hate those. How's that stuff in your hand doing?
It'll take a while for me to identify it, but
you reduced it to 9 minutes of ritual time. Okay. In which case, between people needing to move to distance to their places, you're nearly complete with what you're doing. As for you, Raven, from Ark and Vicini, from what you're seeing, there are like these index cards that Raven is looking at. You can't quite tell what the language is, though it appears Raven is able to comprehend them, at least if the expression on Raven's face is any indication of, oh, okay. Okay. The index card in front of the flagon you'll comprehend the index card as reading "Drink Me." The one in front of the silver plate that has the bread on it, you comprehend as "Eat Me."
Well.
One says "bite me," the other one says "eat me."
Yep. Drink.
Can't tell if these are instructions or insults.
It's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure I said there was some Alice in Wonderland shit going on here.
Do we know what that is?
You come from a world of anime. I'm not sure if Alice in Wonderland exists in a world of anime. Unless you're talking about.
It
bro,
does.
if it exists, there's anime of it. It's like Rule 34. If it exists, there's anime of it. What rule would that be? What number is that?
It's Rule 33. It comes right before the porn rule.
Honestly, I think the anime rule kind of falls. I think the anime rule kind of does fall under the porn rule because there's really no difference.
Hey,
That's
there's
why it
hentai,
right
and then
before
there's
the porn
manga,
rule.
and then there's anime. There is a difference. A small difference.
The only difference between them is when they don't have the sun.
Alrighty.
The only difference between them is when they don't have the sun glare over certain parts.
There are some people who do want to rest and are currently doing analyses. Just in case you're going to take another action, with that in mind, what would you wish to do?
Not going to do anything right now. I am not going to do anything right now. Although I don't know if the character has knowledge of Alice in Wonderland. So I don't know if you're gonna let me have that one or not.
Considering your nature is that of dreams, I will let you make a intelligence roll.
Do I get advantage for being the tree of the Tum Tum?
Because of your experience as a dreamwalker.
Fair enough.
Intelligence check. It's an intelligence check.
What type of roll is this? My intelligence is currently 2. So 18.
You. It's like at the fringe of your mind. There is definitely a familiarity here, as if you may have been asleep or awake, since I know dreams are just the same to you as reality. But it's very familiar. You are getting a vague inkling that there's a connection to the stuff on the table and some of the doors around you.
Okay. I will go back, start walking back to the group. Well, I'll turn around and look at Vicini and be like, hold on. It's Brian. Brian needs to mute his mic if he's not talking.
Oh, sorry.
Alrighty. I'm going to look over at Vicini right after I tell Brian to mute his mic. Be like, let's not touch the stuff on the table for now until we're ready to maybe scoot on out of here. I think that this is connected to the doors, but what do I know?
So, take 8.
What? Let's take 8.
You take 8 hours, long rest.
What? Let's take 8. Well, we could do it in 3. Hypothetically,
how do you figure that?
We could do it in 3.
Don't you dare start. Oh, I wasn't there for that.
With me, will be.
Well, if you think you can, make it work in 3, and assuming your powers work here, because mine were working kind of weird.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I kind of, after everything that's happened, I'm very skeptical.
He's very nearly done. Okay. I'm basically going to tell him what's up as soon as I can to get a feel of what people are doing.
It would be a dreamscape, a demi-plane
that could go
in the Dreamlands.
Very badly if stuff's working weird here.
And
like people losing body parts badly.
This is true. But if you get hurt or die in the dreamscape, you just wake up.
I don't know.
I'm not worried about getting hurt or dying in the dreamscape. I'm worried about the demi-plane fucking up in transit and bad stuff happening to us in transit.
This.
I mean, if the powers weren't working weird here, I'd be totally on board for the shorter version, but...
Well, I suppose I could test my magic and see if my magic is... Well, we'll just go ahead and take a long rest, and I'll go visit... Well, we'll just go ahead and take a long rest, and I'll go visit the Dreamlands in my long rest and make sure that it's safe travel, and then that way we'll know that we can do a shorter version if you need one.
Okay.
later.
Can you make what amounts to a caster roll, please? I believe yours is what, charisma based?
Yep.
So yeah.
A caster roll?
Yeah, you know, your 1d20 plus 1d6.
A
plus,
caster roll?
Proficiency die. I mean, plus charisma. So 1d20, 1d6 charisma.
Yep. I do realize regularly you would not need to make that roll, but there's some weird shit here.
It's wild magic, guys.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
It's wild magic, guys.
Magic.
Magic. Oh, the D100. See how you fucked up.
Do I need to roll my proficiency dice on roll 20 though? Yes.
Dice gods. The fake dice gods. Okay.
Shh, don't say they're fake. Shh, don't say they're fake.
Roll 20's fake. Nice. Okay. The transition to dreams is relatively smooth to you. You don't notice any kind of disruptions. Congratulations. You can just kind of, enter the dreamscape as per this ability.
Okay.
The only thing
Okay.
that doesn't allow you to transcend planes, does it? Like you can't plane shift, really.
Just
Okay. As I understand it.
creating my own dreams. Just creating my own dreamscape is a demi-plane of the Dreamlands.
Gotcha.
When I could take creatures into it, but it's their mental state. Their physical bodies are still
okay. And with this fabulous roll over
in the
here,
real world.
while your transition was very easy, you do sense that there are a few extra. There's like a ambience around your dream plane. It's not pushing into your dream plane, but there's like a strange ambience around your dream plane along its periphery. You look really nice there. Now for the tiny doll-sized bracers. You can sense, having analyzed it, you can sense that it is definitely imbued with magical energies. It's a strong abjuration, but there's a little bit of a interlining oddness to the magic.
This is on my telephone?
Identify, if I'm not mistaken. Identify, choose one object you must touch. You learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell is created.
Okay, because it's starting to sound like
you get like a chunk of information with this. But since you can identify the spell involved in creation, that's why I was mentioning a strong like abjuration. Shoot, where'd it go? There we go. These are tiny bracers of defense. However, its magic is excessively strong. So it will modify, I guess in this case, any doll wearing its AC by 3 instead of the normal 2. Excuse me. With your identify, you are able to tell that the magic power will strengthen slightly over time for a total tiny doll AC bonus of +4. If you are going to keep this item, denote these dull bracers of defense with a D next to it.
Definitely did not mean to hit that if that was me.
Yeah, that
Definitely did not mean to hit that if that was me.
If you want to identify the odd interlining twinge, I would need an Arcana roll.
Okay. Not bad.
Do we get hit dice back
on a long rest, you get all
Do we
your
get hit dice back on a long rest?
Your mana replenishes to full, your HP replenishes to full, and all your drain goes away.
And my exhaustion level goes away?
Normally, yes.
And my exhaustion level goes away?
Due to a side effect of the last boss, anyone who had suffered exhaustion, will, instead of taking 1 day, will take a full week for it to go away as he continues to haunt your nightmares.
I was going to describe it, but he straight up told you the effect, so yeah.
Oh! Oh, that's dirty.
Oh, that's dirty.
Blame Matt. He picked the class.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I think I only got drained from Vicini's fight, I believe.
That's like all your drain.
So,
your drain is back
I
to
would
0.
just
Your
disappear
your
normally
is
then?
up to full.
Let's see, you said it grants a level of exhaustion?
No, it said if you already had a level of exhaustion, you keep it. It does not add any additional.
And I also believe we get 1 hero point back.
And I also believe we get 1 hero point back because we leveled.
I'm still able to do everything in the dream plane that I would normally do. I'm still able to do everything in the dream plane that I would normally do, yes?
Your dreams.
Yeah, so that's going to require description from you.
Yeah.
I'm still able to roll on the dream chart. I'm still able to roll on the dream chart.
Considering this guy is dicking with you from dreams itself, roll on the chart with the equivalent of disadvantage.
So would that be take the lowest or just take whichever one is beneficial?
I would say take the lowest.
Well, it would be take the lowest because the chart literally gets
Grant, your air conditioner is doing that thing again.
Okay.
I tried turning down the volume most of I can.
Okay. It has the...
Yes.
Excuse me. It has the same, same odd thread of magic through it, and I did roll that 19 Arcana. This thread of magic, through it, appears to be integral to it, and does not appear added. It appears to be a natural thread, a part of it, but not what you're used to when you've seen other magical items.
Natural to it, do you mean like the material itself is magical?
Natural to it, do you mean like the material itself is magical, or?
However, when you have looked at other protective abjured items before, you have not noticed this thread of magic. But in this particular item, it's a kind of thread of magic running through the enchantment. But you're not seeing anything. It doesn't look stitched in. It looks like it just exists with it as a part of the enchantment.
Okay. Also, is that better?
Yeah, no, it's just a dull roll in the background.
Also,
now.
is that better?
I rolled an 80 and a 60. The Knight of the Circus acts in I rolled an 80 and a 60. A knight of the circus acts and
But
a
they're all
knight of
scary
circus
clowns.
acts entertains you.
All of them are Kefka.
God. They're all little scary clowns, apparently.
You find that the clowns are being conducted by a showman very much like yourself, but from a dark mirror.
That's sort of weird.
The clowns, while entertaining you for a bit, shift as this dark mirror showman directs them through acts. It's slowly becoming more and more Pennywise versus haha McDonald's fun.
Oh, Pennywise. Oh, Pennywise.
But into this other item, it is, if I'm not mistaken, based in enchantment. It is certainly a wand. Again, the same natural magic going alongside it. That's different from other items that you've seen. It does require attunement to a spellcaster specifically. It is a wand of paralysis meant to fit in like a doll's hand in terms of its scaling. It has 7 charges in it. It is at full.
I do apologize, guys, but I'm gonna have to head to bed soon because of the fact that Monday is going to be a bitch tomorrow. We have over 20 reservations, and I'm going to have to be
anyone
nice.
can use the wand of paralysis. I think the only one who has a small enough arm to use the bracers would be my familiar.
Requires attunement by spellcaster.
Yeah.
So that's
well, everyone's a spellcaster except you and Brian. So.
Okay.
Well, and I'm pretty sure any of us can be big enough to use the things whenever we eat. I'm pretty sure any of us can be big enough to use the things whenever we eat the eat me or drink the drink me.
Saying that?
That's the player saying
okay.
that, not the. That's the player saying that, not the. Not the guy who's currently in a trance
nobody
in
can
the
wear
corner.
Them if they're currently using armor.
Clowns. No, it's not the clone.
Can the Tanuki wear them?
Yeah.
Yes. Plus bonus to AC if you're wearing no armor and using no shield.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to list the one of paralysis in your inventory, put a D next to that one as well.
Can I put it on my snake?
Or D?
D for doll.
Okay. Can I put it on
or D? Okay.
Can I put it on the snake?
Put it on one of your snakes.
Okay. Everyone's dreams are racked with disturbances. Not super restful, but you do at least gain some energy back. Again, long rest, as Triss mentioned. Recover the everythings except exhaustion if you've been inflicted with it.
Fucking punk ass bitch. Fucking punk ass bitch. Locke would come to you in about. Locke would come to you in about.
Okay.
An hour and a half. 2 hours.
Okay.
Well, technically an hour and a half for his full long rest because he was in his dream world.
What do you want to do with your excess amount of time while everyone else is asleep?
Well, I want to spend about an hour doing my hair.
Well, I assume not everyone's asleep.
Well, I want to spend about an hour doing my hair. I want to spend about an hour doing my hair.
Okay.
And then I want to spend about an hour doing my hair, and then probably whenever Locke comes to, Probably, whenever Locke comes to, he is actually going to. I'm going to need help of someone who has access to my Pog. He's coming to with a color change.
Okay, what color?
He's no longer Winter Lock, he's now Spring Lock.
So that's the green one.
He's no longer Winter Lock, he's now Spring Lock.
That one?
Whichever one's the green one. Yep.
You can blow it up if everyone wants it. You can blow it up if everyone wants it. Aha!
Oh my god, he's sick.
Locke is now under the is no longer under the effects of Locke is now under the is no longer under the effects of winter. He is a little more joyful, a little less mad at the world. And I now have the Earth Arcana. And I now have the Earth Arcana. I can read what the Earth Arcana does.
Okay. Are you going to do anything that would interfere with other people doing watch or rest?
No.
Okay. At which point,
No.
people will wake up after the period of long rest. Again, dreams illy affected, so still yawning a bit when you wake up, but you know, if you're already tired, you're still tired, but you do get your hit points and stuff back. The room around you still glowing with reflective light from the candles and the wood paneling.
Alright. So what now?
Well, you guys were kind of in place there for a bit. If there's anything different, I guess we could try that, or there's also that, plate of food and stuff over there. Raven, have you tried any of that yet?
No, I was waiting for everyone to get a consensus. No, I was waiting for everyone to get a consensus. The bread says eat me, the beer says drink me.
I'll say, Vicinio look at him like, she'll look at you like,
Well, I'll say, Vicinio look at him like, she'll look at you like, well, I'm not one to turn. It was like, well, I'm not one to turn down a request. She'll just pick up, like a piece of bread and eat it.
They put out food for us. This haunted room is nice.
They put out food for us. This haunted room is nice.
Raven's going to take a sip of the brew. Raven's going to take a sip of
And I'm gonna wait for him to spontaneously combust.
the brew.
Okay. Is it,
Because my character. Oh, my character has gullible, and I'm about to say it has several traits that kind of makes her like, oh, this will be safe.
with the drink or bread? Ark is kind of standing to the side. You know, okay, what's going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
If you're muted, then we can't hear you.
Sam, honestly. Right?
You're looking up to the side.
Same, honestly. Sorry. Realize that my mic is like, its levels are going up and down.
Okay, for Vicini. Vicini suddenly
All I want to see you turn into a All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
Already over 7 feet tall.
Well, considering that she's like already over 7 feet tall.
Enlarging.
And biggin.
If you had your axe in your hands, they would be starting to slip through your fingers as they are comparatively becoming tiny as fuck.
She's gonna look down like.
You don't wear armor, do you?
She's gonna look down like.
Probably not.
I'm about to say she's not wearing armor. She is wearing exactly what's in her.
I'm about to say she does not wear armor. She is wearing exactly what's in her in her picture.
Oh god, we're about to have giant boobs.
You say that like it's a problem.
She's basically dressed in sheets.
She's basically dressed in sheets.
Buckling you have on the fabric going to tear or burst, respectively, because you're just wearing fabric. You're gonna take no damage from this other than discomfort.
Well, so is this like anime levels?
Is this like anime levels of I have cloth in specific spaces? I say, is this going to be like anime levels of me just having like fabric in specific places?
How comfortable are the players with the concept of nudity?
What?
Because her mass is increasing.
What?
So,
If Brian's
a game.
character wants to be buck-ass naked, I won't stop him.
okay.
It's a game.
I'm like,
That's what happens. That's what happens. I mean,
That's what happens. That's what happens. I mean,
she's more. I'm gonna say, if people are looking at her, she's more afraid of the fact that they're looking at the snakes and they want to kill her, let alone and less the nudity.
Wait, the snakes want to kill her?
No, it's I'm about to say Gorgons still aren't considered, people you really want wandering around in public.
Neither are tieflings.
You are 10 times the size that you were.
they probably swallow
You're kind of
70 feet tall. Your snakes can now swallow Red Panda's whole.
Raven, similar to Obi-Wan becoming one with the Force and the clothes collapsing, his form rapidly diminishes, leaving a pile of belongings. This lump moving in there for a bit until you find where the neck hole was. You are 1/10 your normal size.
I don't remember how tall Raven was. I think he's 6 foot. I don't remember how tall Raven was. I think he's 6 foot.
never mind. Apparently I am. Okay.
Apparently you
Never mind. Apparently I am. Okay.
I was rolling. So I was rolling in my intelligence.
I was rolling in my intelligence to see if I could figure out what the hell just happened.
Yeah, you realize you grew.
So we're 10 billion% not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brain just gets 7 times larger.
Oh my god.
I'm about to say originally Vicini was gonna be like, oh my god, it's like this cake shrunk my friends and my clothes.
It figures the best thing that
I don't think that's necessarily the case.
It figures the best thing that I rolled so far is my lowest goddamn stat.
Something Ohas.
I'm about to say, I guess I just kind of looked down, and I looked down at everyone. I'm like, oh my god, why am I so tall?
Did she even see me? Like,
and I'm about to say, I'm like, what am I saying? What it was like, where's the dream man? I didn't step on him, did I?
Oh gosh.
I'm 7 inches tall,
yeah,
and
you
she's
need, like, a
7 feet,
perception roll to
70
see,
feet tall. Hold on, I'm trying.
to see Dream Man. Though, Ahas, you do realize something.
I will waste this potential nat 20.
I will
You
waste
will
this potential nat
notice
20.
that, Raven is now small enough to wear the bracers.
Nope. Can't find you.
Nope.
You just see
Nope.
the pile of
Can't find
clothing
you.
that was Dream Man.
Well, Vicini, he shrunk. That being said, however, Raven, do you wear armor? Actually, considering how loud that is, Raven, do you
The GM can
wear armor?
Can I hear him from all the way over there?
Kind of loud to you, but I mean, the voice is carrying. Are your pogs actually where they are, or is everyone around the table at this point?
I'm standing right here because I didn't know if it was going to explode into meaty chunks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a good point. You would have done the same? Okay. In which case, if you're, like, whispering, no, Raven cannot hear you.
Okay, I'll try to speak a little bit louder.
Okay, I'll try to speak a little bit louder, like kind of slowly increasing. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go over to the table.
Yeah, you probably can't make Raven out 60 feet away.
Yeah, yes.
I am less than 1% the size of. I'm less than 1% the size of giant woman.
So yes, walk over to him, or where his clothes were. See where I can if I can find him.
I'm right here, moron.
Yes, because calling your friends a moron is a great idea. What?
I would say I would smack you with my giant cock, but my giant cock is currently like. He like looks at it. Not very giant.
You can do that later. But in the meantime, here. And I hold the bracers out with my to him. Since it looks like your armor didn't technically fall with you, here's some bracers.
You've lost all the benefits of the robe of the Archmagi that I spent an hour keying in.
I'm going to.
That is true.
Oh, right.
Okay, you gain plus 4 to your AC.
I will put on the bracers.
Actually, I think it's lower than. Well, it's
good. It
your
does
scale mail.
exactly
It's less
what
than
my
your
armor
current.
does.
That's it, because you were at a total of plus 8 with the robe. So now you're down to plus 7.
Well, shit.
And you don't get all the nice spell buffs.
Well,
the obvious
I'll
would
get
be
it
having
back.
to drink the thing that she drank, and maybe it'll return to something resembling normal size. Whatever. The point is have them switch.
Eat to the 8.
For anyone who is proficient,
Yeah, correct.
In Arcana, you would be aware that there is a spell that may help here.
And I guarantee you, none of us have it.
I know it's on list for people to potentially get.
You're talking about enlarge, reduce?
Yes.
Yeah, don't got it.
I'm sure you had it. I'm just saying, I know there are people here that have it as potentially accessible if they choose it.
You talking about the people that didn't show up?
That's not on me.
This is
it doesn't help us here.
True.
I mean, there's definitely more bread.
So she can get it all
Unless
now. She can
Vicini
get
ate it
now.
all. Looks up at Vicini.
I took a. It's like I took a bite.
Vicini cannot hear me.
Yeah,
I am
you
on
need
the
like a
ground.
mighty good perception
Vicini's
roll to
head
hit
is
Raven.
70 feet in the air.
I rolled a 4, so no.
No, the point is, if she took a bite, the rest of it should still be there. You know, for
Oh yeah. Though Raven can't reach the table. You could climb the table if you'd like.
I will.
It ain't nothing.
Here's an easy way to do it. I know what to do. I will take a very small bit off
Vicini, take a drink.
and bring it to Raven.
You know what? Fuck this. Message cantrip. Take a drink, bitch.
Hold on.
No. I got message.
I was about to say, I have thaumaturgy if you need
The
it.
thing on the table.
From
the
from
other
what?
thing, the one you didn't
From
bite.
what?
I will have to. I'm going to like.
I will have to. I'm gonna say. I'm going to like carefully
Wait.
squat down.
Wait. We need to make sure she doesn't drink all of it. This might be the only
If
way
you're
for us
dependent
to
on
fit
fitting
through that
door,
door.
buck-ass naked,
I'm
I'll
not
wait
saying-
Door
here.
that he is now probably the right size to go through.
Vicini is going to. Vicini is going to.
Vicini is going to stick out her finger and ask him to put like a drop, put a drop of it on her finger so she can lick her finger.
That you are convoluted.
Your fingers
Piece of crap.
like.
Uh,
Your fingers are probably like.
you are now large enough to I believe you can go through the southern double doors.
Me or
You, as you are right now.
Me
So
or
if you would like to grab the flagon to drink, I will do a
Alright.
dexterity roll to see if you can.
okay, so I can try to go through the gigantic ass mega.
okay, so I can try to go through the gigantic ass mega doors.
So you said I could try to go through the
Yep.
large doors at the end.
So
Yeah,
you
I'd say
so you said
size,
so you
you
said I
have to
could
make
try
an
to
attempt
go
for the
through
large doors.
the large doors at the end.
Do people want me to go through?
Do people want
Sure,
me
kick
to
'em open, see what's
go
on the
through
inside.
the large doors?
Pick it up and kick its ass.
I'm going to.
Alright.
Pick it up and kick its ass.
I'm going to attempt to open the door. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Are you gonna? Do you have the intent to go through them, or are you merely opening them?
Opening.
Okay.
Opening.
You open it. You see a haze of color and possibly foliage through the haze.
Lunch.
By the way, Raven, you do at this size you do notice a key on the ground next to the table. it's a key scaled to you. It's a tiny key.
Okay, I will pick up the key.
Okay. I do believe Ohas
Okay,
offered you
I will
loaf.
pick up the key. I'm just gonna keep it in my hands. There's a small door down over here. I'm just gonna keep it in my hands. There's a small door down over here, isn't there?
Metal around it.
Is there a keyhole?
Yes.
Is there a keyhole? I would
fits.
like to stick it in the hole.
Click, click.
Alrighty.
The band
Turn the key.
allowing you access to the door.
Going in, guys.
Have fun.
I'm going in, guys.
At this point, it sounds like do note that you are venturing off away from the party through a mysterious door.
I'm not going through the door. I'm opening the door first.
I'm not going through the door. I'm opening the door first, unless opening the door sucks me through, in which case...
I have an idea for that, actually.
Of the environment on the other side. You do get the scent of water. And
Nope, shutting the door.
And the scent of like fresh grass.
Shut the door.
Water and fresh grass are the scents you are getting. You are seeing a hazy, blotchy combinations of colors of green, stone colorings.
I'd like to stick one of my bare feet out. I'd like to stick one of my bare feet out the door and put my foot on the ground, just to feel if it's ground or water.
Feels like ground.
Okay, I will go back inside and report.
Okay. Roll strength.
I will
pull your foot
go back inside and report.
Pass back to where you are.
14.
It's a bit of a strain, but you are able to
14.
pull your foot past the haze back into the room you're in.
Guys,
what
did what's her face find?
Haze of foliage and what appears to be a large area. It has the same haze effect that the door you opened had.
Okay. So we just decide which way we'd like to go. Okay. I vote the way. So we just decide which way we'd like to go. I vote the way that does not have water. And on that bombshell, it is time for me to go to bed.
Have a good night.
And on that bombshell, it is time for me to go to bed. Good night.
Well, we can't fit through the tiny door without our shrinking, and if we shrink, we lose all our crap. We can at least go through the giant door now that it's open.
Indeed.
And none of us are impeded there, because thankfully Vicini doesn't need armor or equipment, because barbarian. So, if we are eliminating the places that have water, that just leaves the giant door.
Yeah, that
Agreed.
sounds like a plan.
So I guess we stay normal size, and Vicini leads, opening all giant doors.
Okay. Who's gonna be?
Everyone should bring a piece of cake. Everyone should bring a piece of cake just in case.
You know what?
We'll just
We
take
don't.
the
Must say.
cake with us.
Must say. We don't know what the Must say. We don't know what the perspective will be on the other side of the door. It
Actually,
could be more.
I have an idea.
Oh,
Hey, Rook,
interesting.
can you carry this table, please?
Wait, did anyone find out what the water did?
Uh, no,
The liquid is what
but
rather
he didn't like it, so.
He shrank.
And what happened to him?
He shrank.
Oh,
No, I'm talking about the
Yeah.
water. That I thought it was like a pool or something.
these guys. No, you have you have
Did
not
anyone ever
seen
explore that?
particular perspective with what people have been doing outside of when you first encountered it. You know what? Sure, Rook will be able to lift the table. It doesn't say you can't.
Just take it with us. Might as well. Well, actually, can he take the table with us? Can he even lift the table?
I like that. It doesn't say you can't lift the table.
Yeah, just carry the table and its stuff on it with it, like basically a waiter. Actually, no. It's well,
There's a part of me that wants to know what my there's a part of me that wants to know what my current strength level is.
Whoops is strength 13.
Yeah, you can.
Strength
Rook can just carry
13.
it then.
That's his current level. Just flat strength.
Let's see. There's a part of me that wants to know what my strength stat is right now. Because part of me thinks that my strength stat hasn't changed any, and that my increased size is basically just another illusion or some sort of mental thing.
Your strength itself has not increased from what you can tell.
Huh. That's interesting. Hey, I'm gonna say she'll look down. She was like, "Hey, Ahas."
Yes.
I'm gonna try and step on you. I want you to push back against it.
You'll apologize if I'm slightly hesitant for that.
You're a man of faith. You got this.
I'm trusting you on this.
I will not put my full weight down on it. I just want to see if it's any more difficult for you to push back on this. So I'm going to lower my foot over top of him until I can feel his hand, until I can feel something pressing against the bottom of my foot.
All Haas will look to Ark and be like, I did not think I would have a semi-naked Gorgon step on me today. Here I am. If I die,
There are people who pay for this.
I don't know. I knew that was going to come up. I knew it.
Just be happy I'm the type of snake woman with feet instead of a giant tail.
Haas, are you going to push back, and is Vicini going to put light pressure?
I'm gonna say, not even so much.
Yes.
I just want him to.
I'm gonna say, not even so much light pressure. I just want him to see if he even notices a difference. Like, does it actually feel as heavy as what it's making out to be?
Trying to see if this is an illusion.
Trying to see if this is an illusion too. I mean, not an illusion, but if because if I didn't get any stronger since I got larger, does that mean that I even got any
Well,
more,
assuming orcs would be a
density,
large spell,
or
it
is
doesn't actually
my
affect your
size
stats.
just a perspective?
Um,
Well, I mean, I would assume up to a certain size, but Jesus fucking Christ, I'm like, I can see if it was.
Well, I mean, I would assume up to a certain size, but Jesus fucking Christ, I'm like, I can see if it was like, oh, Grog grew one size, but I'm like, I'm essentially
I said
gargantuan
size
right
doesn't
now.
affect stats.
I could,
Like,
I was like, I could probably
Gargantuan
like
dragon will
arm
still have,
wrestle
like,
a
a
Tarrasque
strength of,
right
like,
now.
20.
yeah, when you you can make a strength check.
Fuck you, 5e.
They get hella bonuses versus like
Oh,
grappling
boy.
and stuff, but
A star rank chick.
I'm gonna say,
So I don't hit any harder. I don't hit any harder.
so I don't hit any harder. I don't do. I say I don't hit any harder. I don't do any extra damage. I'm gonna say she's making sure she doesn't put her foot all the way down on the ground.
It seems weighty to you, but perhaps it's just awkward because it's a giant foot.
You okay?
It's Vicini!
Just because of a giant
You okay?
or your strength, I can't tell.
Don't know if it's just because of a giant foot or your strength, I can't tell.
Okay, I got you. Easing up.
Your foot is
I will lift my foot. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
I'm about to say with him telling me about the enlarged spell. I was like, oh, that's a weird spell. Then what's the benefit of being big if you don't get stronger?
Oh, 10.
I'm honestly not sure what the benefit is.
As far as a spell, you do get some damage bonuses and stuff.
Oh, you do get a damage bonus? All right.
Just like minor, but yeah.
I didn't think that was in the 5e version.
I know Grog's damage went up to the next level.
Well, yeah,
I know
they
Grog's
also play by
damage
the
went up
actual
to the
written
next
rules,
level.
so.
Until the spell ends, the target has advantage on strength checks and saving throws. The target's weapon grow to match its new size. When the weapons are enlarged, the target's attacks with them deal an additional 1d4 damage.
Holy shit! I grew to 70 feet and I do an additional d4 damage.
Well,
Holy
in your
shit!
case,
I grew
you're
to
far
70 feet
larger
and I
than
do
what
an
the-
additional
what
D4
the large
damage.
spell usually entails.
Okay.
Okay.
Eleanor will speak up. Well, as odd as this entire view and situation is, the door thing?
Yeah. We go through the giant door.
Okay. Who is going through first?
Vicini.
You know, say obviously you send the tank first.
Vicini.
A world of pure imagination.
Oh no, the road. Oh yeah, that's right. The road gets the door open. The tank bursts.
Oh no, the road. Oh yeah, that's right. The road gets the door open. The tank bursts to town.
I'll say the rogue opens the door, the meat shield walks.
Beer back.
You walk through. The sky is spotted by clouds. What is cool? And in heard, but not many seen. This is very much like a countryside anywhere that you'd expect, except for the number of strange fungi scattered about, of which there are all sorts. Yellow, yellowish, so off yellow, tan, purple, earthen brown, violet, paper white, red, and even like a Zeltron pink, along with blues and greens. Some have tall caps, some are just flat. Others still are hemispherical in their shaping. There are round ones, and ones with inverted tops. Others with thick stems, and more still, with thin ones. From the interior of the room, you see Vicini step through, as if something you've seen in your home world of Night Tokyo several times. The doors start automatically swinging closed as if a gear was. I will need a athletics roll if you want to run through it in time.
I was really tempted to be like, hey, I was really tempted to be like, hey, Vicini, why don't you just carry us with you?
You said, why don't I just what?
That's true.
Carry us with you.
The door.
Oh, that's true. She'll put down her hand.
She'll put down her hand for people to hop in.
She'll put down her hand in for people to hop in.
Okay, 16. 16. Am I so fucking tired? Yeah, I'm so fucking tired. Okay. I'm just moving people so I can have a good grasp of for the copy. There we go. Oh, I missed.
Yeah, I wish I thought of that before we had went through.
Oh, her.
Yeah, I
her
wish I
taking
thought
all
of that before we had went through.
We could have either
It's
like,
like-
hung on to her some, or she could have.
Yeah, I'm like, we could have either like hung on to her some, or she could have carried us. I don't know. One or the other. Also gonna be making some grilled cheese. So yeah, gotta be a little busy. Lucky.
Okay. Okay. So I was trying to figure out exactly what you guys pop out. Because the maps I have here are not the GM maps, so. Apologize for the delay.
How dare you not be prepared immediately?
I know, right? Here we go. Oh, thanks for that. Thank you for being a dick. Okay.
Eat me a dick.
Yes and all right. Oh. Okay, for the sake of maneuvering, I am shrinking Vicini's pog down.
Okay.
Hey. Hey.
Okay. Okay. You should now have a map shift.
Yep.
Okay, this scaling is drastically different. It's gonna be right here. Each square is 50 feet.
Well, I guess if we're riding Vicini, we move it whatever Vicini pace is.
What is my pace at this height?
I think it's still the same.
What is my pace at this height? So I'm 70 feet tall and I can only move 10 meters. Gotcha. So I'm 70 feet tall and I can only move 10 meters.
Height,
gotcha.
You can move one square.
All right. Move one square. All right. Move one square.
Well, what's your barbarian movement?
I must be scuttling across the ground then. 40.
Again, mushrooms of all kinds of colors. Huge trees. Since Vicini is acting as the party marker. Say what?
I'm feeling like I'm back in the Feywild. Why do I feel like I'm back in the Feywild?
I'm gonna say, do I have a city? I'm gonna say, do I have a city on my back? I'm gonna say, do I have a city? I'm gonna say, do I have a city on my back? Am I heading towards the quad roads?
I honestly don't know what to do in this colorful place here. It's honestly more color than I'm used to.
Well, I'm guessing we just hang on for the ride and listen to my mother, who says never eat mushrooms that look like they came from video games.
She sounds wise.
In the meantime, though, I would prep any range that you have. We might be able to turn Vicini into a mobile battle station at this point. A mobile siege engine.
Okay.
Do we have a direction that we're going in? People should probably be on. Do we have a direction that we're going in? People should probably be on lookout while I, just tell me which way we're going. Because despite the fact that I have roughly about 20 sets of eyes, I can't see that well.
We be on lookout as we move one square at a time.
Well, where are you wanting to go?
I figure that's for the people who were in my hand. I figure that's for the people who were in my hand, and I guess we all just kind of look around and see what we can find.
That's.
I guess we all make perception or search rolls. Perception or search rolls. Just kind of searching for something that stands out.
Nat 20. Cool.
Oh shit, and a 6 on the die.
You don't see anything immediately threatening, though.
I mean, anything resembling a direction that might be of interest.
I say Roll20 still won't let me see my sheet, so yeah. Roll20 still won't let me see my sheet, so yeah.
In the yonder, about 250 feet away, past the trees, you caught it because of its contrasting blue cyan coloring. That while everything else here is very colorful, its size and color make it stand out among the rest. You also notice in the far distance a embankment that looks unusually inviting, though some of the trees around you're getting odd vibes from.
So there's a weird embankment that way, and there's a blue fuck off mushroom that way.
Yeah, both are in a general northern direction.
You want creepy embankment or blue fuck off mushroom?
The some of these mushrooms do look like they would be tasty, but listening to your mom, I take it you're not going to pick any of them.
As I said, this looks like the Feywild. Number one rule, don't. As I said, this looks like the Feywild. Number one rule, don't touch anything.
Okay. Okay. That blue mushroom looks tasty.
Do not eat it, Vicini.
Can we eat anything? I'm kind of hungry, and that cake doesn't feel like. Can we eat anything? I'm kind of hungry, and that cake doesn't feel like it actually did its job.
been 3 days since you've eaten something. You're not hungry.
Yeah, we don't get hungry.
But I feel like I should eat something.
Just because you feel like you should doesn't mean we have to.
We need nutrients, and we lost blood.
You rested. That's all we need. We are nobodies. We need no food. We need no. The only thing we need is sleep.
I still want to know what's
Hypothetically,
up
we don't even need oxygen.
Thing.
Hypothetically.
I prefer eating food, and I am not a nobody.
We are classed as nobodies. For example, you are cat folk. I do not call you a nobody in that regard. Or something like that.
Well, to the giant blue mushroom we go.
To approach. The giant blue mushroom is indeed larger than the others. A very thick-stemmed fungi, in fact. Its cap is odd and lumpy. 5 entire feet from the surface of the ground, though from your perspective, that's almost irrelevant. It is rising as high as 9 feet, or more than some of its bumpy lumps. As you approach it, about 40, 30 feet, all of you will notice that suddenly the top of the blue fungi moves. There appears to be a creature atop its flat-capped mushroom. In fact, you can tell that it is rather caterpillar-like, curled in a comfy circle. And yes, Brian, I think I know what you're screaming to say. From this distance and vantage point, you can see that it encircles a brass urn of some sort, which has a strange stem that this creature occasionally nibbles on. It grimaces some, possibly at the taste, and then looks up at you and puffs out a ring of smoke. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me up there?
Can we hear him?
It's a.
Can we hear him?
Yes, we can.
Hello, tiny voice.
Hello,
tiny voice.
Well, you appear to be quite a large and strange one. Why don't you kneel down here so we can speak more comfortably and amicably, better?
Okay. Okay. I guess I will kneel down, kind of rock the earth as I do so.
I see you have human-like pets. That is most odd. Or are they like leeches to you?
Not pets, just didn't feel like, drinking the Kool-Aid.
Ah.
I'm gonna say, I ate the cake and I ate some cake and I got really big, but I lost my clothes, and my friends here don't seem like they want to lose their clothes.
Actually,
What's left of them?
Actually, also, we probably should have grabbed her clothes and stuff.
Yeah, she doesn't wear armor. Barbarian.
Well, yeah, she doesn't have armor.
I mean, we could grab the rest of her gear,
Fair,
no problem.
yeah.
But
I haven't seen such as you. He'll nibble again. Puff out another ring of smoke. Are you new in these parts? Did you come from the forest into the light?
We kind of just walked in here. There was a large door. We kind of just walked in here. There was a large door and a small door, and we couldn't get through the small door, so we just opened the large door.
Doors. Those things are such that I have seen, but not too unusual. Such doors are unfamiliar to you. Perhaps something that I could aid you with. Perhaps I could aid you with many things. Like being able to catch these smoke rings before darkness approaches them. Do you wish to catch these smoke rings before the inky tendrils of ungood decide to stick to the clouds for which I puff out of this magnificent smoking device?
Is this a game?
Yes, it is very much.
Is this a game?
That
sounds like a fun game.
It is very fun.
That sounds like a fun game. I'll try to play it.
Yes.
What do I roll to play?
Well.
What do I roll to play?
Very simple. A large being of strange hair. You just merely need to see if you can grab the smoke. He'll puff out another ring of smoke. And puff out several of them, one for each of you.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I don't smoke. I don't secondhand smoke. I don't. I'm not being a party pooper or trying to meta. I just don't like smoke.
Do you wish to catch the smoke of a senior or anyone else? Obviously not ours.
I will attempt it.
Okay.
I will attempt it.
You can make a roll. Have you encountered, as you go forward, have you encountered darkness yourself before?
Yeah, we killed it. Yeah, we killed it.
Then perhaps you can.
Until it stopped moving.
Then
kept
perhaps
stabbed
you
in the
could
dark
be of
until it
use
stopped moving.
to the darkness that comes, the darkness that perhaps will be. Though darkness comes to everyone in time.
What am I rolling to catch this?
It's dexterity.
So what am I rolling to try and catch this? I do not believe I'm any better at that than... Okay, I do not believe I'm any better at that than anything else. And I can't see my goddamn character sheet, so... 20 plus...
Yeah.
20 plus... I'm going to assume it was plus 3.
Yeah, I've checked your permissions. You should have permission.
Okay.
Well, I think it's not really permissions. It's more of just that it's not in loading.
Well, I think it's not really permissions. It's more of just that it's not in
It's just
loading
gonna
frame.
load in the roll 20 tab.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Lord of the Ring. Oh, wrong freaking. I'm not
Okay.
playing that system. So your insight was 24. Yep.
While they're playing this game of smoke, I'll be.
While they're playing this game of smoke, I'll be keeping an eye around, kind of like watching over everything, like,
Okay. There has been some unusual happenings as of late. Can you roll me a d6, Vicini? As you reach and touch out for the smoke. Okay. Go. Check this out right quick. You touch it. The cloud suddenly expands, gaining a yellow hue. I take it everyone is still kind of like on Vicini?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
uh,
rather
yeah.
strong and obtrusive smell reaches your nose. I'll need a Constitution save from everyone.
Is it a charm or sleep effect?
It's a conjuration.
Yep.
Oh shit.
You know what?
Oh shit.
You know what? I'm gonna pull this shit up. I'm gonna pull this shit in the actual. I'm gonna pull this shit up. I'm gonna pull this shit up in the actual thing. Give me a second.
2 on the dice.
Your
That is a 2 on the dice.
what classes are?
Duskblade, Wizard, Red Mage, and Mistwalker.
Okay, let me see if you have anything. Okay. See, have you seen? It looks like a. Okay, that was for that.
I'm gonna blow a hero point because that one was.
So let's roll the 4. Vicini, what was your? Oh, you need to check shit. Okay.
So I'm opening up in the chat thing right now. Give me 1 second. So I'm opening up in the chat thing right now. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to. There we go. Character sheet. Trying to remember what my Constitution was. So is the Constitution check? Saving throw? All right.
would assume that's good enough. I would assume that's good enough.
Okay.
I actually have advantage, but not even gonna bother. I actually have advantage, but not even gonna bother. Sure that's good enough. Relatively sure that's good enough.
Okay. Okay. You and many of the others here. Okay, Vicini, you are fine. Arkin and Athos, you two are retching at the smell. It it is enough to render you pretty much useless for a good good span of seconds.
Is this by chance a disease? I'm just curious. Is this by chance a disease? I'm just curious.
It's a spell-like
would this
effect.
be considered a disease if anything?
Yeah.
Just curious.
It's a spell-like effect. Oh, I'm
Okay.
afraid.
Okay, never mind.
Chose a bad ring. You can certainly try again. Perhaps others here could help you. Not here, of course, but the here that is over there. I would trust the hats and the cats if you have a chance. I am sure one is around here somewhere. The darkness I mentioned earlier, I am not sure if you'll have to worry about it as long as you continue with this game. You can get lucky if you wish to just keep on trying. Yes.
It was like, well, she's gonna be like, well, I already caught it. It was like, well, she's gonna be like, well, I already caught it. I think I won.
Puff smoke at everyone again. They're all rings.
Vicini will be like, Vicini will be like, wait, I think I know what to do. And she will blow. She will blow at the ring of smoke.
Your insight, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Before you made me puke on myself or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's a retching smell. Yeah. There is something definitely up with this person. They aside from just how they're speaking, clearly an otherworldliness. However, the what he's getting is smoke from this kind of hookah bottle. He seems unusually protective of it, as he's mostly curled around it. As you haven't been attacked or anything, you guys can move through the retching fairly easily, as uncomfortable as it is. You can make a perception roll.
Do it. Do it.
Total of 12.
Total of 12. Awesome.
And a die is campaigning to go to Dice Jail.
Yas for Dice Jail. What is you with you're still like on Vicini's like hand, right? Or arm, shoulder, where are you positioned?
Probably shoulder, so she had the use of her hands if she needed them.
Okay. Then looking down with your vantage point, because his body's curled around it, but because you're not on level, you can see at an angle that the hookah, while he's clearly emitting at least naturally charged smoke, you don't see the cloud of smoke that you would expect in the bottle. You see something like black and inky, like an abyssal color. As a matter of fact, it looks very reminiscent to you of a Heartless.
Heartless in the hookah!
Let's see, I believe we generally try to stop at 10:30?
Somewhere between 10:30 and 11, yeah.
Okay.
Harness on the hookah. What happened to the ring?
Harness on the hookah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say, what happened to the ring of smoke when I tried to blow it back?
When you blow the smoke back, the smoke rings and the ring strands separate from the ring as it breaks apart and separates. The smoke itself morphing and transforming into a bundle of snakes that fly into this large caterpillar-looking creature. Ah! It flinches. Its tail slightly uncurling. As what Ark has warned is now more visible to the others. There is indeed an inky, very an inky, very heartless reminiscent substance in the hookah. You'll see in the darkness, as it kind of slushes around from the movement, a yellow eye winking to existence, seemingly opening from the void of darkness. A line in the darkness, contrasting it just enough to be perceived, forms it in like an emoji smile. Before you see the smile widen and another eye opens up, glowing yellow from the body inside of the hookah.
Oh, the Cheshire Cat. Fuck.
And that is where we're going.
That's at least my
now
thought.
that the caterpillar motherfucker has been suitably distracted by a horde of snakes that have been Mortified onto it.
Goody. Yay, we defeated the caterpillar. How much XP do we get? Goody. Yay, we defeated the caterpillar. How much XP do we get?
I'm a little surprised you didn't try to
I don't
strike
think
it
we're
up
quite
into a
there
conversation
yet.
beyond its game.
Look, I hit him. I mean, Bassini doesn't really. Well, I say Bassini has gullible, so I'm like, well, I mean, Bassini doesn't really. Well, I say Bassini has gullible, so I'm like, she's just good.
I'm not the chatty one. I say the chatty one's usually Matt.
That's fine though.
Yeah, and all Haas has said is like, there's the Feywild land of
Yeah, and all Haas has said is like, there's the Feywild land of those laws. It's like, observe, and then strike.
I say because I'm like, I say Bassini is gullible as fuck. So he's like, let's play a game, and she's like, okay.
Okay.
I'll say she's pretty much like you're basically walking around with like a female Lou Ferrigno.
What a what now?
I say you're basically walking around with a female Lou Ferrigno.
Who the what now?
I say you're basically walking around with a female Lou Ferrigno.
On the live action TV series from the
I
70s.
don't know who that is.
Hulk like clam chowder.
I like to wrestle,
Yeah.
but I don't like to fight. But I like to wrestle.
I realize this is kind of odd, but
It's supposed to be odd.
this session is all about the oddness.
It's fucking Dungeon Land. It's gonna be odd.
Oh, well. Yeah, for those who don't know, this is Dungeon Land.
I don't feel that's a spoiler. Brian would have figured it out fairly quick.
Yay!
Yeah, see?
I figured it out the moment that there was cake.
Greg, I believe you are familiar with
Dungeon Land.
I don't think so.
Ah, okay. It was written by Gary Gygax.
I don't think so.
I'd say this is like old school Gary Gygax first edition D&D rules.
This will be fun.
Oh, that's cool.
So imagine
Oh.
if Gary Gygax, in all his player murdering glory, wrote Alice in
Oh,
Wonderland.
that's cool.
No. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, there's only one fun thing, I hope.
Oh no.
As
Well, there's only one fun thing, I hope.
I hope that if he does try to find us,
As retribution for this, I hope that if he does try to find us, that he is hypothetically a fae or a fiend.
Ooh.
Cause I just gotta know, cause with my oath, I have a new ability.
Ooh, snap.
use your
Turn the faithless.
ancient words that are so powerful.
Use your channel divinity, and to utter ancient words that are so powerful, fae and fiend dare not hear it. As an action, you present your holy symbol, and each fae or fiend within 30 feet of you that can hear you must make a wisdom save. If they fail, the creature is